that will kind of help me. And and fast forward 2 months, I found a job, and then I never did the Toastmasters, and then I haven't got a chance to improve. But then now that I found a job already, and then I said, okay, I'll spend some time improving on my skills. Maybe it'll be helpful in my future. So that's how I ended up looking up for the clubs. And then where I live kind of between Katy and Sugarland. So I was like trying to look for close clubs nearby, and then that's how I ended up running into finding this club, and then I joined it. And then I was a guest last time, and then I've heard speeches of all of you, and then like how the club is being run. I kind of liked it. And then I'm also going to the Katy one that's in person. So I'm doing that Thursdays. So I'm doing both the clubs pretty much. So Thursdays I'm going there, and then Wednesdays I'm doing the online.
Awesome.
Nice.
Very good. Thank you very much. You are welcome to the meeting tonight. The only other guest we've got here tonight is our area director for M33, Toastmaster Sue. Can you please introduce yourself, what we may now know by mere looking, as well as what drew you to our meeting tonight? Over to you, Madam Area Director.
Akin, as my Division M director, you kind of indicated that I needed to visit your club, so here I am. All joking aside, I am here as your area director for M33 to not just observe your meeting, but also figure out how I might be of service to your club. I'm here to help you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Area Director. With that said, I will be turning the control of this meeting over to our Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Avi. Avi, the floor is completely yours. Please run the meeting.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for spending this chill Wednesday evening with us. We have an excellent evening lined up for you. Two wonderful speakers, excellent evaluators, and our table topic master who's going to keep us on the feet. As you may have seen, the theme of the meeting tonight is develop the possibilities. Now, why we are talking about developing the possibilities in middle of January? Well, simple reason. In the last week of December, most of us planned what we're going to do in 2023. First week of January, few of the things already got out of our way because resolution, who keeps in mind, so just take it out. Well, whatever we have left, that is something that we need to work on. And if still you are not preparing what is your possibility that you want to achieve end of this year, I guess this is the time. Many of you might be asking, what exactly do we have to do to create that plan to develop the possibilities? Well, it is a 6-step process. First, remove all the fear that you have within yourself. If you are fearful of something, it becomes your first hindrance to go and achieve that goal. So first step, remove that fear. Second step, determine what makes your target a goal as a successive goal, a success goal. You may say, oh, okay, I'm gonna go and visit Switzerland. But if you have tough time in Switzerland, it might not be a fruitful goal. So how can you make the perfect outcome? What makes the visit in Switzerland or wherever you want to go, or whatever you have in your mind as target, would be a successful one. So determine your outcome. That is step number 2. Step number 3 is jot out your options. This is very important. Options are like steps. Options are like what if things go wrong. You need to have a plan on that. That is step number 3. Step number 4, who all can be involved to help you out. In project management terms, you can call it as like identify and assess your stakeholders. You may not be able to achieve the goal that you're looking for end of the year, but there are people out there who can directly, indirectly influence your strategy out there. So that was step number 4. Number 5, respond to your constraints. If you are planning out something to achieve, it's not a piece of cake, it's not an ice cream. It would be a cooking process, starting from chopping, then buying, stirring, name it. I'm a bad cook, so I can tell you every time what kind of ingredients I have. So respond to every hurdle or constraint that you can find yourself in. Plan it out from day 1 itself. And finally, number 6, remain nimble. And what I mean by that is be flexible, be agile to twist and turn yourself, meaning your plan, just so that you fit in the current situation. Well, I gave a big lecture here. It's time. I think we should get into the meeting. And before we get in, for people who are new to Toastmaster meeting, or if you want to get a quick refresher, how we, Southwest Project Management Toastmaster Club, run our meeting, it is in 3 phases. We call it a PIE format, P-I-E. P is prepared speeches. We have 2 wonderful speakers who took their time to prepare their speech, and tonight they are going to present them. That is first phase, prepared speeches. The second phase is I, that is impromptu speeches. Our wonderful Rafia is going to make us use our brain to call upon us and give some quick questions, and we have to respond to it really quick. Table topics, what we call. And third part of the pie is the E, evaluation, where we have wonderful 2 evaluators who would evaluate the speakers. Hope that's the strategy that you got from, or what we're gonna get out of this meeting. Well, the good part is, me being the Toastmaster cannot run or execute this whole plan by myself. So I have a wonderful partner in crime, Mr. Akin Oni, who would be the general evaluator for this meeting, and he has a wonderful team of functionaries who we will be introducing with them. Mr. Akin Oni, please take it over and introduce your team.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. As your general evaluator for this meeting tonight, I will be evaluating everything and anything that takes place during this meeting tonight. It could be as how we started, it could be something that happened in the middle, it could be something that happened at the back end, but I can't do it all alone if we must finish on time at 8 o'clock. So I've got a team of functionaries that will be supporting me tonight so that they make me look good. The first role within my team tonight is the grammarian. And our grammarian is Dinesh. Dinesh, can you please tell the team about your role tonight, what you will do, as well as introducing the word of the day? Over to you, Dinesh.
Sure. Thanks, Akin. Yeah, fellow Toastmasters, I'll be the grammarian for the day. And the word of the day is fortuity. I think the definition is a chance occurrence. And then to use it in a sentence, it all was dependent on the fortuity of him getting the interview with the CEO. So again, the definition is a chance occurrence. And as a grammarian for the night, I'll basically be watching the general grammar usage and looking for any grammatically correct words or sentences, and then the phrases that people will be using. And then I'll be giving a report at the end of the session.
Thank you, Dinesh. Our next functionary is the archangel. And I believe we were able to transfer that role to our new member, Toastmaster Tosin Esho. Without further ado, please introduce yourself, your role in particular, and how your role is going to help us tonight. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Akin. My name is Tosin Esho. I'm going to be the art counter person today. And what I will be doing is to ensure that I take notes of the people, of the speakers, of everyone that will be either saying ahs or so's, and I will, after the meeting, try to inform the team, inform the fellow Toastmasters of the different ahs and so's that at some point we may have been probably used at some point. So that is what I'm going to be doing today.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Our next functionary here is the timer. Our timer tonight is our Vice President of Public Relations, Toastmaster Jessica Sun. Jessica, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. Tonight, my role is as a timer. So I'm like the traffic light showing the different colors of your time when you do your speech. So today we have two prepared speech, Soma and Akin. Soma, I can't really tell how long your speech will be. It's not on the report. So can you let me know? Is that 5 to 7 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And actually, suggestion, maybe you should sign up for Pathway if you haven't done that. And then you can sign up for the pass since you have already done so many good speeches. You can take credit for the past speech and also the current speech and future speech. Anyway, and then you can select so we can tell which what's the time limit for your speech. And our second speaker is Akin, and his speech will be 8 to 10 minutes. So 5 to 7 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. For Soma, when you are at 5 minutes, I will switch my background to green. That means you are qualified. When you are at 6 minutes, I will switch to yellow. And when you are at 7 minutes, you are still qualified. Don't panic, but you need to finish it in 30 seconds. Then you still qualify. If you are 7 minutes, 31 seconds, then you disqualify. And with Akin, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, and 10 minutes, you will see the lights. And also for we also have impromptu speech, and the limits will be 1 to 2 minutes. So 1 minute, you will see the green light, 1.5, yellow light, 2 minutes, you will see the red light. And after you have 30 seconds to close your speech. And we have two wonderful speech evaluator, and your time is 2 to 3 minutes. So 2 minutes, 2.5, and 3 minutes. You will see the different lights. And at the end of the speech, I will give you a time report. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jessica. The next functionary that I've gotten on my list here is the ballot counter. And the ballot counter is Akin Oni. As your ballot counter tonight, I will be pushing out the polls electronically to you all so that you can cast your ballot. I must say, though, that for my speech, I don't need to be voted for. It's just an information sharing opportunity, and I will not be evaluated. So as long as Summer qualifies with her speech, she's the winner tonight. So she's actually the winner before she speaks. The same thing with the evaluator. Evaluator number 1 is going to be Dr. Ohe Halba. And as long as you meet your time limit, you are a winner tonight. The one that we will probably vote for is the table topics, if they all qualified. I just wanted to preface that. Hopefully that relaxes the muscles of Soma in particular, and she doesn't have to worry about me. Thank you also very much. Once the time is right for me to call for the ballot, I'll push it out, particularly for the table topics. You all will cast your vote and ballot, and then I will count it and report back to Mr. Toastmaster, who is going to announce to the group. That is my role tonight, and that is my team. Please, let's have some fun. It's vitally important. We're not just here to learn and speak. Let's have some fun. And the driver of that fun time tonight is no one else other than Mr. Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Ave. Back to you.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. Looks like you have a powerful team ready to rock and roll. So are we. All right. Now that we are good to go, our first speaker is Soma. She has a very tricky speech tonight, and I'll tell you why. As our timer said, Soma had been giving speeches here for a long time, and all her speeches revolves around the work she does, which is very insightful. The way she presents, it's really, really beautiful. But today she's taking the challenge to the next level. The title of her speech is introducing the concept of GIS. GIS is what she does at work to elementary school kids. Let's see how you're gonna do it. Soma, the floor is all yours. Are you going to present something?
Yes, there is a PowerPoint presentation, so I need to share my screen.
All right, let's see if you have all the. Mr. President, does Soma has all the rights to present? Okay, all right, Soma, time is all yours.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters. Happy New Year to you all. I have chosen the path of mastering presentation. So my today's speech is geared toward the path requirement, and therefore I'll be using PowerPoint presentation for my speech. So as you know that the title of the speech is Teaching Young Minds GIS. So next month, City of Sugarland will be doing a public outreach event at Fort Bend County Children's Discovery Center. This particular event is geared towards the elementary school going kids. As a department of City of Sugarland, GIS will also be participating in this outreach program. So our team, as a team, we are brainstorming to see how we can introduce the concept of GIS to these young minds. Particularly, we were looking for an idea through which children can learn and also they can enjoy it at the same time. So while we were brainstorming, two ideas came to our mind, popped up actually. So the one is puzzle, another is color. So as research shows that a puzzle-based teaching method holds a lot of promises towards enhancing kids' learning experience. Reason, puzzles increase kids' visual awareness and develop a deeper understanding of difficult themes and topics. So first thing we would like to introduce to them is puzzle. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna print the map of particularly the Eastern Hemisphere and the Western Hemisphere on a map. And then we will color the continent part in white. You can see these two pictures here. And then we will create the puzzle pieces as orange, red, and yellow, green, and give it to them so that they can place them on the map. And in this way, what they can learn, they can make a connection between different geographical shapes and their locations. After finishing this activity, we are planning to introduce a globe to them so that they can see that whatever information they are seeing on the map, which is a 2D version, they can see the similar information on the globe, which is a 3D version. So in this way, we are actually giving them some idea of projection, how the projection works, how the 2D world can make, how the 3D world actually becomes a 2D world in front of them. The next thing is that we will gonna we're going to tell them what is actual meaning of GIS. So GIS is the acronyms. It's of geographical information systems. So G stands for geography, which is science. I stands for information, which is data. And S stands for a tool or a system. We will also tell them that GIS uses address, for example, their home address or their school address as a data. And then using those data, GIS can prepare a map for them. Now, I'm gonna explain you the next part where a researcher is, research shows that 80% of our brain receives information visually. And children particularly learn and retain information longer when color is used in education material, because color stimulates the visual sense and encourages to retention information. Particularly, primary colors such as red, blue, yellow have significant impact on children's learning ability. As you can see in this slide, I have showed some statistics. For example, by the age of 3 years old kid, they matches that yellow color with a happy facial expression, blue as sad facial expression. And then by the age of 7 years old, the kids prefer blue color over red because they see red as a threat, as a color of threat. Excuse me. So now what we're gonna do, at this point, what we're gonna do, we're gonna introduce our GIS software to this little kids so that this software can help them to make their own map. And we will use different colored dots to display different cities around the world. We will also show them how to zoom in to look a particular area in much detail. And also we will gonna show them how to pan the map so that they can see the different cities in different parts of the world. And next, we will try to introduce the word which means data analysis. For that, we will gonna ask them a question, because question actually most important stuff. Question can increase their analytical ability. So for example, we can ask them, what is your favorite color? And then based on that question, we can prepare a graph or chart to show them how many cities with red color, how many cities with blue color. So in this way, we can tell them that GIS also can be used as a data analytical tool. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful speech, Soma. I'm pretty sure you and your team will do an excellent job with the kids there. I would request you to stop sharing if possible. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Soma deserves some really good words. So please take your time to provide her feedback using the private message option in Zoom. Meanwhile, Madam Timer, if you can give me 1 minute on the clock, please. And for somehow you are pinned to the chat or pinned to the screen. Thank you, Mr. Timer. Before we proceed, Mr. Zoom Master, President, do you see Madam Timer pinned as spotlight? That's what it shows me.
I
You're on
have
mute, sir.
removed her from spotlight. So
Okay, now she's off the spotlight.
okay, because I removed her as soon as Soma finished.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for providing your feedback to Soma. Moving on to our next speaker. The next speaker is none other than our president, Akin Oni, DTM, who is an energy industry leader with cross-continental experience and had been with Toastmasters since fall of 2016. He has an unquenchable thirst for good leadership and governance, as well as positive change and transformation. With the impressive number of new club members in recent times, this speech, which is entitled as What is on Toastmaster International and District 56, provides information on how to navigate around the two websites of two different organizations, Toastmaster International and District 56, in a quest to enhance our membership overall experience. With that, let's give it up for Mr. Akin Oni and his speech, What is on Toastmaster International and District 56. Madam Timer, he is going to speak for 8 to 10 minutes. Akin, all yours.
Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, very good.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster. And good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests, particularly for the newer Toastmasters. I'd really would like to walk you through a few of the pages that we've got on the two websites. I was born in Nigeria, and elders in Nigeria would say charity begins at home. And the home for us is District 56. And that is why I'm starting with District 56. To log on to District 56 website, which is where all of us in the Southwest Houston area, I believe Southwest or Southeast Houston area, where we belong. You go to toastmastershouston.com. People ask me that question all the time, that is it toastmastershouston.org, .com, .co, whatever? No, it's simple. Toastmasters, plural, Houston, one word, .com. And when you get in there, most of the time, when people ask me a question, all they're looking for is the calendar of events. And this is where you go to. You go to events, because this is toastmastershouston.com, and then you go to events, and then you click calendar. If you click calendar, all you need to do is just scroll down. This is the month of January that we're in right now. Once January finishes and we're in February, February is going to default. For example, if we want to look for the Division M, where we belong, the area contest, all you need to do, I told you, is 04 March. You just need to toggle to, this is February now, and then go to March. And you go to 04 March. If you double click that, boom. So we have our contest here. Details are here. You can sign up here. We haven't fixed the exact duration yet, but I can tell you that it's going to be somewhere between 8:30 and no longer than noon. I'm thinking that we're going to be done by 11 a.m. because depending on the number of participants, but please just block your 8 a.m. to noon that morning. That would be very beneficial. But my plan is to have this start around 8:30, and people will use 30 minutes to kind of enter the Zoom room, and then the contest will start at 9. And I believe that with the number of contestants that we're likely going to have, we shouldn't need more than 2 to 2.5 hours max. So this is where you come to. Does everyone understand how to get here now, particularly the newer members, Dinesh and Tosin? You're able to get to this page now. Toastmastershouston.com/calendar. And then you just toggle to March up here. And then you get to March, you click that day, you see all the events that day. Now, if I go back to January, if you are like me, you just want to see what's going on within the district. Anywhere where there's the blue background, you can just click. I will show you, or you just scroll down. All the events from 2nd of January up to the end of January is listed here. So any day that you don't have listed here, that means there's no district event that day. So that's how, for example, the last club officer training is holding this Saturday from 8:30 a.m. until 11:30. So if there's any officer here that's not trained yet, this is where they come to sign. And that is the last opportunity this round. I will be training that morning, and that will be my last training commitment with District 56 this year. With that said, I believe everyone understands how to get to this page now. And again, I sincerely and profusely apologize to those of you who know this already, because it can be kind of redundant and boring to you. The next thing is you go back up here, you can check. You want to say, okay, who are the people, who are our leaders right now? You click district leaders, you would see the photos, and you can send them email directly. All our district leaders, they're listed here. The senior 7, we call them. They are listed here, and you can click any of them and send them email directly. And then if you want the division directors, they're listed in this tab, the area director, they're listed here, and then the committee chairs, they're also listed here. The 3 people that you're seeing here, they're called the trio for our district. And it's just important for us all to be able to engage them at will. The district director is almost always available. He's an IT guy as well, and he does what he does really well. So please feel free to reach out to him if you have any question that you believe he should be able to answer. Or you reach out to your area director, and you've got, we have our area director here tonight, or your club president, that is me. So feel free, so you've got layers of functionaries or leaders within the district that you can reach out to if you have any question. Aside from that, the other question people ask me is, where do we find resources available to us? And I will tell you, that is one priceless thing that I enjoy being a part of Toastmasters. The resources, they don't just help you to understand or be able to perform your role as a Toastmaster. They actually help me, and I believe that it can help you in your professional life. If you want anything on mentoring or membership application, all you need to do is just click it in here, and then it will show up for you. Whatever I say that you need. What do I need to know about icebreaker speak? You can come in here and double click it, or search from the from this space here. Whatever I say that you need, majority of it is probably in here already. But if you can't find what you are looking for, I'll just go to visit Mr. Google and just type what is it that you are looking for. Google may even direct you back to this website, or to TI, or to another district website where that information is accessible and available. Does anyone have any questions so far? So there are different things here that you can check. In the interest of time, I would not be able to go through every tab that we've got in here, but you can come in here and check it out yourself. And you can only get used to knowing what is where by trying on your own private time, because that was how I learned.
So quick question. So to access these resources, do we need to log in or something?
No, this very website, you don't need to log in. You just need to know Toastmastershouston.com, and then it is accessible to you. You have no login needed.
Okay, thank you.
Very good question. And if you want resources, you just come in here. You can search for any material that you are looking for. You'll find it. The next one, in the interest of time, is to go to Toastmasters International. For Toastmasters International, you have to be a member, a paid member, to be able to get in here. Now, if you log in, you come to toastmastersplural.org, not .com. Once you type in toastmasters.org and you hit enter, then you come up here to log in. Instead of welcome Akinolu, it's going to show login. Once you click login, you enter your credentials, your official Toastmaster email address, and your password. Once you enter, this is the page that's going to pop up. And that's why I decided to leave it at this page. I'm going to skip this right now. Because of my role within the district, most people will probably have this first area, this first section. But if you are a district officer, or maybe you're a club officer, actually, if you're a club officer, you'll be able to access Club Central. If you're a district officer, you'll be able to access District Central. And then there are other materials, club officer roles, club officer tutorials. You want to be an next sergeant at time, you can come in here. There is a video or an article for you to review, just for you to familiarize yourself with it. I think we talked about contest rule book, and I'm going to share that with our reps for this contest, Dr. Alba, as well as Toastmaster Summer. They will be representing us during the spring contest, which I appreciate. And then down below here, you have the tutorials, you have the meeting tools, leader, letter. Yodlee is one tool that is in here that you can actually use to assess yourself, how you are doing. If you can speak, and then it will give you feedback. I've not used it, but I know people who have used it. Has anybody used this tool, Yodlee? Anyone in the audience who has used it? No? Okay. If Avi hasn't used it, no one probably has. So thank you so much. And then, of course, we've got the distinguished performance reports here, which I run particularly for the districts. Again, if you log on, depending on your role, either as a club officer or a district officer, you may not see everything that I just showed you, but at least you will be able to go to Basecamp, because any member is able to do that. With that said, I'm going to leave it there because there's no reason for me to go over time tonight. This is more of an awareness creation opportunity. And that's why I said my speech doesn't need to be evaluated. If you have any question, please reach out to myself, to Avi, to Ohe. We all can help you. And you can go directly to our area director if you so choose. You can find our details online within the District 56 website. So thank you so very much. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Aki. No matter how many times you go and browse these two websites, you always get lost, and that's my experience. So again, thank you for sharing that information. I got a refresher. Hopefully everybody got a quick refresher. Even though you asked for no feedback on this, you do have an official evaluator, but I would still request our members to give you a quick personal evaluation using the chat so that they can, at least convey to you how they felt about this presentation. Madam Timer, please give us 30 seconds in this case. And Madam Timer, I'm gonna keep you busy for next 30 seconds. Could you please let us know if both the speakers qualify?
We only have one qualified. Akin passed his time limit. Thanks.
All right, thank you. In that case, we don't have to do a ballot, which was already declared by our ballot counter earlier tonight. Mr. Zoom Master, are we still pinned with timer? All right, thank you so much. Mr. Zoom Master, could you please remove the spotlight, please? All right, thank you. With that, let's move on to the impromptu section, and that is something we all enjoy, right? No hiding faces, no going away from the camera. To lead the impromptu section, we are going to invite none other than Rafia Safi. Rafia, this playing field is all yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Toastmasters. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I have fortuity to be your table topic master. As our timer told us, and she mentioned that our table topic speeches would be maximum 2 minutes and the minimum 1 minute. And after 2 minutes, you will have 30 seconds to wrap up. And for this section, I would like my friends, I would like my fellow Toastmasters or the guests to please volunteer yourselves. So I am going to ask for the first volunteer. It can be a guest, it can be our area director, it can be anyone. So please let me know. Any volunteer?
Sure, why not? Oh, I see Dinesh's hand also.
Okay, so
It's all right.
Madam Area Director, you can be the second one then. So, okay, Dinesh, you are going to be the first one.
Okay.
Okay. So the first question for you that I'm going to ask you, can you describe your 2022 successes in 6 words or 6 sentences?
Oh, that's a tough one. Maybe I think it was not a fortunately I was picked for this question, I guess. So let's see. So 2022, 6 words. I would say learning and professional success. Well, spending time with the family, family time, and learning a skill, new skill.
Good, good.
Unfortunately, not a lot of travel.
Uh-huh.
And the last one, I would say, focusing, like trying to maybe do what to do in the future. So self-evaluation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You made it. Okay, good thinking. Okay, do you want to add something more, Dinesh?
That's about it. But then I don't know how to put it in a sentence.
Okay, no
for
problem.
each of these
You
topics.
did it. That's
Yeah.
great. You did it. Thank you
Yeah,
so
but
much
then
for stepping up.
Yeah, I'll just add a few things. But then, like 2022, like I think I've already mentioned previously, it has been a great year for me because like I was working from home, like and I had a lot of time to spend with the kids, and then I had a lot of learning to do myself. Like I've been learning new technologies, new skills, and then also spending time at the farm, like trying to learn how to ride a horse. So it's been a very fruitful year, 2022.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Dinesh. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so we have our second volunteer ready. So for our second volunteer, Madam Sujata, I'm going to ask you that what are the number of goals for the year 2023?
Thank you, Rafia. I feel like your questions really make us think, sit up and think. What are my goals for 2023? First of all, to get through the year. When people at work ask me how I'm doing, my often flippant answer is, well, my card worked, my access card worked. And truly, I take the year one day at a time rather than have a goal for the entire year. Now, if you were a Keen and we were at work, I would say my goal is to be more careful in asking questions, because I tend to ask a lot of questions. Sometimes they get me in trouble. And Akin is laughing. I can see that he's laughing because he knows that I tend to ask a lot of questions that get me in trouble. Truly, my goal for 2023 then is not get in trouble. It's as simple as that. I've been fortuitous enough this year. Let's see, we've got less than 31 days. I haven't got in trouble. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Thank you, Sujata. Very well explained. And you said so right that one day at a time, and that prevents you for being overwhelmed. So yeah, that's a great suggestion and great idea. Now, thank you so much for participating. Now I am looking for my third volunteer. So let's see who is going to be my third volunteer. Oh, I see Zed. Hi, Zed.
Hi,
Zed,
hello.
would you like to participate?
So today is my first day. I'm not sure what we are participating in.
Okay, no problem. You know what, Zed? Why don't you look? And I have Tosin. He's another volunteer, and it's our impromptu speaking, and it's something that I am going to ask question, and the person has to answer, and person has to explain. Minimum 1 minute and maximum 2 minutes, and then 30 seconds to wrap up. So you can just have a look and see. And after him, if you want to join, if you want to participate, please be my guest. Okay. So, okay.
Sure, yeah.
Tosin, I have the question for you is that what are the possibilities of growth and development in your career or in your personality you regret to achieve in 2022 and want to accomplish in this year?
So one of the things I would like to accomplish in 2023 is
that you could not do in 2022.
Yes, that I could not do in 2022 is to be able to improve on my sporting capabilities, and I'll tell you the reason. So last year I started off learning how to play golf, and the goal is to be able to improve my capability, my skills in golf playing. So what I intend to do is to be more focused, be more deliberate about it, be more intentional about it, and hopefully I get the opportunity to improve on it.
Okay. Yeah, a little more. Let's reach 1 minute.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So yeah, so I would also say that another thing that I also want to do is to also become a Scrum certified person. Last year, I wanted to become a Scrum, certified person or have the certification, but I wasn't. So hopefully, this year I intend to become a Scrum certified person, a Scrum master.
Okay, good. Thank you, Tosin. Thank you so much for participating. Okay, Mr. Toastmaster, how much time do we have? Can I go for 2 prompts?
You can go for 3 more.
For 3, okay, that's great. Thank you. So I am going to ask for my next volunteer. Let's see. Anyone who can. How about Jorge? Would you like to? Okay, great. Thank you. So for Jorge, I would like to ask you, what is one thing you would like to remember? It can be a positive thing or it can be a negative thing about 2022 year.
2022 year was kind of a very special year professionally for me because during that year, I was able to accomplish many things at the professional level with the city of Sugar Land. I was able to complete many important projects and to get actually funding from Texas Water Development Board and for Texas GLO for several of the important projects that the city needed, and we couldn't find the money to complete them. So just by itself, I was able to accomplish something that was very important for our residents. Because of that, I think that I was able to accomplish things that hasn't been really accomplished in the city in a long time. And put me in a position to, I will say, to be appreciated by my bosses and even by other people that work with the city, and more important, by the residents of Sugar Land. As a result of this progress and these accomplishments, I was actually offered the assistant city engineer position, which wasn't easy to say, but I rejected that because also at the same time, probably because of what I was doing for the city of Sugar Land, I was offered to go as a vice president of an engineering company. And I decided to make that jump, to take the challenge, and to jump probably into a more challenging and difficult position. So there were a lot of changes for me in 2022. So altogether, I will say it was a great year for me.
That's great. That's
Thank
great.
you.
Sounds like a very fruitful year, and we wish you good luck for 2023 as well.
Thank you.
Okay. I am looking for one more volunteer who can be the next one. Madam Timer, how about you? Would you like to? Okay, thank you.
Okay,
For you.
I will time her.
Oh, okay, you will time her. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
So for you, Madam Timer, I would like to ask you, if you had the opportunity to get a message across to a large group of people, what would your message be?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. If you had the opportunity to get a message across to a large group of people, what would your message be?
Got it. Thank you. Actually, yesterday, I did try to get across a message last night. During the leader meeting, I want to do my VPPR role for the first time. And I was trying to post the meeting invitation for tonight through either Facebook or through LinkedIn. And I'm really poor on that ability, actually. So I reached out to our leaders, and Abby helped me to show me how to do it. At first, we tried Facebook, but it didn't work for some reason. I think somebody need to add me to the group or something. And then we tried LinkedIn, and we did that too. I think we posted, and I thought we posted, and I checked so many times afterwards, and it didn't happen. So next time, and I try again today, but I couldn't make it. So next time I will try again. So basically, I try to let people know that we have a club, we are going to have a meeting, please join us. There's a lot of opportunity. You can improve yourself, leadership or speaking skills, whatever you want to improve, this is the right place to go. Thank you. Back to you, Madam Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you so much. So I am going to choose for the last prompt. So Zed, do you think that you have an idea?
Yeah, sure. I'll give it
Okay,
a go.
great. So for you, Zed, I'm going to ask you, what is one thing you would most like to change about yourself this year?
Like professionally or personally?
Anything. It could be personal, it could
Okay.
be in your professional life.
First thing I would say, I would love to improve my communication, and so that, like, it could help me in my job, and I should be able to have my point across multiple teams. And I would say also thing I would like to change about me is that yeah, be more communicative, and in my health, I would say last year I didn't really went to the gyms, and this year I think I'm taking care of myself a lot, and that's one thing. There's two things, and I would like to improve on my hobbies. And last year was just just work all the time. So I think I would try to. I have a YouTube channel, so I think I'm probably gonna start again, and I would love to attend more events like Toastmasters. This is my first, and more to come. Do more networking so that it can help me in my career as well, and yeah, take on more challenges at my work so that it could help me become better, professionally. And yeah, that would be all.
Great. Thank you, Zed.
Thank you.
Thank you for stepping up. So definitely you have a lot of plans, and it looks like you have planned your 2023 so well. I have to work on that, by the way. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta work on resolution.
So, okay, now while I'm handing over the meeting to our general evaluator, I would like to please give us the poll so that we can do the voting for our table topic master. Or before that, I would like to ask Madam Timer, do all the table topic speakers qualify?
Yes, everybody qualifies.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So we are ready for the ballot. And in the meantime, I'm going to hand over meeting to our general evaluator, Mr. Akin.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Rafia, Madam Table Topics Master. I believe I set this up now, but let me know if you are not seeing the right names. This is not showing me what I said, but I'm going to try to launch the, oh no, it's not showing the right one.
No.
I'm sorry. I mean, I have it all set up. Let me see. Let me go back. Okay, well, it's not working right now. I updated it, saved it, but it's not saving. It's still showing the odd names. Okay, so with that said, let me just say this. Speaker number one, Dinesh. Number two is Sujata. Number three is Tosin. Number four is Ohe. Number five is Jessica. Number six is Zaid. One, Dinesh, Sujata, number two, Tosin, number three, Ohe, number four, Jessica, number five, and Zaid, number six. So you can just private chat me your table topics okay, your preferred table topics winner. Thank you very much. Now, continue on the meeting while you vote. Okay, number four. Okay, continue while you vote. We will get into our speech evaluation mode, and we only have one evaluation to do, so, which is good. So we're doing very well right now with respect to our time. I'm going to call on our evaluation number one, Doctor, as I like to call him. He is actually a doctor. Many people may not know, he's a PhD holder in engineering. Dr. Ohe Alba, who is going to be evaluating our speaker for tonight's Soma Chatterjee. Dr. Alba, the floor is yours to evaluate.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. So I have the privilege to evaluate Soma tonight. I am going to use the sandwich method I call, or we can call it also the peak method, which I'm going to focus first on the positive aspects of your presentation, then the areas that I believe you will have some improvement to do, and then I will challenge you at the end to make your speeches better. Before I start my actual evaluation, Soma, I need to say that I'm very impressed with your speech, and I'm very impressed with the progress that you have done in so little time that you have been a member of Toastmasters. Comparing with your first couple of speeches, there are many things that you have achieved. First of all, you choose a very strong and very powerful title. And when you do that, on the positive side, you grab the attention of the public immediately. So many times people don't choose the proper title, or a title that has nothing to do with your speech, or an extremely long title, or a boring title. You choose a short one, but really brought our attention to your presentation right away. Also, you follow up with a very interesting introduction. That again, from the minute you start with your introduction, we knew exactly what your topic was going to be about. And I was kind of looking at everybody in the presentation, and everybody was just focused in what you were saying. Number three, you have a very good use of your head, of your body language, and you have a good articulation of your hands and your upper body. Unfortunately, we couldn't see in your camera anything else but from your chest up to your shoulders. But the little that you show, I saw that you were using your hands to emphasize some of your ideas. I like the way that you broke some of the acronyms and some of the technical aspects that were kind of complicated, but you make it simple, but very accurate and easy to understand for everybody. And you make a kind of a dry topic very interesting and powerful by using colors and color coding your presentation. You make emphasis on how people relate to those colors and how kids relate to those colors. So I think you have a perfect way to use visual aids in your presentations. Now, what I want to see some improvement from you. Your body was a little bit tilted to the camera. I don't know if it was the way you position your camera. It will be better if your whole body is facing the camera, like if you are facing the people in the audience, not just your shoulders, because it looked a little bit odd when you were talking to the people. And next, I think what I will do is to challenge you to stand up on your next presentation and stop a little bit farther away from the camera. If you can use your whole body, your presentation will be a lot stronger. But once again, a lot of improvement, very good presentation. Congratulations so much. Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ohe Alba. Very good report. With that said, I am going to call for reports now. Mr. Toastmaster, is that okay? Okay, very good. And the first report that I'm going to call for is the grammarian report. And our grammarian tonight, I believe, is Dinesh. Dinesh, can you please provide your report, please, just at a very high level? Over to you,
Yeah,
Dinesh.
sure. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster. So for my report, like I was just focusing on the speeches, mainly Somas, and should not use like any phrases. So, but then grammatically, I think pretty much I did not find anything major. But then just maybe one word, I guess I caught. Maybe even it's not, I don't know if it's right or wrong. So you were using the word gonna like several times, but then I don't know if it's in formal. Maybe you can say going to or going, I guess. Then gonna, I think it's kind of like informal. So then, yeah. And one other thing that I kind of noticed was during the what do we call? I forgot the short speeches, like 1 minute speeches. Yeah, pretty much everybody is on point. But then I just want to call out Jessica's. I think she was using kind of like tense for the word try. I think you could use tried, I guess. I think you used that word, but I think you could use the tense, proper tense. Yeah, that's about it. Like everybody else, I think did a great job. I don't think anybody used any specific phrases, but then grammatically, I think it was pretty much everybody was pretty accurate.
Thank you, Mr. Grammarian. The next functionary tonight that will provide a report is the Akana, and that's Toastmaster Tosin Esho. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Ike. I would just run through the different names and talk about the different R's and To's that we actually spoke. So Dinesh, you had more than 5 R's, and you also utilized well once, which I felt it wasn't really necessary at the time you used well. You also used so once as well, which I felt it wasn't necessary, and you used and twice, which I felt it was not necessary. Rafia Safi, you used twice, and you used once, and you used so twice. Jorge, you used so 3 times, and that's it. Zayed, you used more than 5 times. You used and 4 times, which I felt the and where the use of the and wasn't really necessary at the time. Somer, you used so just 5 times. Abby, you used so once. Sujata, I was really looking out to catch these filler words, but unfortunately I couldn't. So good job to you, Sujata. Jessica, you used more than 6 R's and 3 M's. Then Toasting, myself, I know that I used, at least I can remember that I used like like more than 3 times also. So I also need to work on myself. So that is it.
Thank you very much for that report. And it doesn't take more than that. That's really all you need to do. Dinesh did it for the first time. You did it also for the first time. That's really all we need. Thank you both so very much. That's how to step up. I really appreciate it. The next functionary here that I've got is, I'm just looking at my list here, is a timer. Toastmaster Jessica, our VPPR, can you please present your timers report? Over to you, Jess.
Thank you. For our prepared speech, Soma has 6 minutes, 28 seconds, and Akeem, 11 minutes, 11 seconds. I think you did it on purpose to lose the opportunity or something. But and also I didn't cut the time people asking a question, which is not quite fair after I think about it. But anyways, for the impromptu speech, Dinesh have 1 minute, 51 seconds after so many people prompt you, go, keep going. But it's really good. Sujesha, you have 1 minute, 23 seconds. Tosin, you have 1 minute, 29 seconds. Jorge, 1 minute, 48 seconds. Myself, 1 minute, 44 seconds. And Zed, 1 minute, 43 seconds. So we did really good with our time on the impromptu speech. And the last but not least is our speech evaluator, Jorge. You have 3 minutes, 19 seconds. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Madam Timer. It's not time for me to talk about the entire meeting. Number one, I appreciate everyone joining in good time and us being able to start at 6:30. I appreciate all the extras that we provided tonight, despite the fact that we didn't have all the rows filled completely. But before the meeting actually started at 6:30, the rows were filled. So thank you also very much. That's how to be nimble. Nimbleness is probably my word of the day today, because I'm sure our area director can attest to that fact. Well, we were at the same Toastmasters meeting during in the early afternoon today, and nimbleness was, it came up, you couldn't believe it. So thank you also very much for being so nimble. And what a great meeting we had tonight. From an evaluation standpoint, you gave our only evaluator the opportunity to actually make a brief speech. What you all should remember is that evaluation is one of the speeches that will be delivered during this spring contest, and the more people we can get to evaluate, the better. We're going to have the opportunity to actually practice and provide feedback, particularly to Hoye that will be representing us with the evaluation speech. And Hoye, I'm going to catch up with you as well regarding some ideas that I shared with another club earlier today that Sue is the president of. So again, we all did very well. We did what we needed to do, and the meeting is on track. Now, with that said, let me turn the control of the meeting over to Mr. Toastmaster, and I'm going to be sending you the winner shortly. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. What a wonderful meeting we had today. Especially, I want to highlight, I know we do member of the day, but I want to highlight two people here. First of all, Dinesh, and then Tosin. Out of nowhere, we called you upon, and then you just stepped up. One thing I want to highlight, one more thing I want to highlight is that every time you speak in a Toastmaster meeting, it's actually a speech in form of a functionary role or actually a prepared speech. For example, Tosin and Dinesh, the way you received and then analyzed, put together your sentences, and then you conveyed it to the group. That's what generally a Toastmaster meeting is all about. In front of a big group, in front of everyone, you articulated your message accurately and in time. So congratulations and thank you for doing that great job. I know we have 1 minute before the clock turns to 8, or 1 minute, not 15 minutes before the clock turns to 8. So sorry, my bad. I want to highlight one more thing. We as a group, we are doing really good. And I think this is the time we need to showcase how good as a club or as a group we do in front of the division or the district. I understand we have few participants who are ready to put their name in contest, but if you want to be a functionary in any kind, you are looking to showcase your skill, please let me, Akin, or anyone in this club know, because we will publish your name to other divisions or other places where they really need somebody to help them out. So thank you for letting me be your Toastmaster of the day. And I think we have the winners. I got a private message from a ballot counter. All right, we will start with the best table topic speaker. Now let's do best speaker because the cat is already out of the box here. Best speaker goes to none other than, any guess? Soma! Surprise, right? Best evaluator. Okay, this is also a surprise. It's Jorge. Thank you, thank you. And the best table topic speaker is none other than Jorge again. All right, with that, I am going to hand this meeting back to our president to conclude the rest of the evening formalities. Mr. President, back to you.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Abby, for driving this meeting so well tonight. We've got 12 minutes, and I'm sure what we have to do will not take 12 minutes. The next item on our agenda is my Toastmaster why. And we have the uncommon privilege of our area director volunteering to spend 1 to 2 minutes to share with us our Toastmaster why. Again, in the interest of new people, or either guests or members, we do this just to encourage ourselves. Why are you in Toastmasters? We want doing this to trigger some thought in your heart. Even if you originally thought, okay, I just want to be a better speaker. What does that actually mean? Why are you here? We don't want people coming to the meetings from one meeting to another, but rather have your why. Because once you understand your why, it's going to drive you. Without further ado, please join me in giving a Texas-sized hand clap for our area director as she delivers my Toastmaster why. Madam Area Director, over to you.
Thank you so much, Akeem. I love this Texas-sized clap of hands. Fellow Toastmasters, many people have a fight or flight response upon a threat. My response is neither. It is freeze. Someone would ask me a question in a meeting and I'd be great at an impression of a statue. Just a few years ago, you could hear my heartbeat when I was put in a situation like this, where I have to speak in front of a relatively strange people. You're all strangers to me. I have met you online, but not met you in person, except for Akeem. I got to the point where I had to force myself to speak in front of people and get myself acquainted with speaking in front of people. What better way to do it than to join Toastmasters? Toastmasters provided me with a safe space where I could express myself without fear of judgment. It was fortuitous that I belonged to a company that fostered a Toastmasters club. And so it was easy. I started attending. I visited as a guest. About 4 years ago, they convinced me that I had to become a member. I became a member, and now I am poised to finish my second pathway within Toastmasters. What I would like to do is encourage all of you to use Toastmasters to the best of the resources that are available to you. As Akeem showed you today, there are so many resources available to you, not just in the Toastmasters international website, but also in our D56 website. You also have a lot of leaders that are willing to serve you. I am your servant leader as your area director. Akeem, as your president, is a fantastic leader that you can take advantage of. My why for being in Toastmasters is because I get the huge fortune to meet people like you. I get the huge fortune to be able to now speak in front of people without sounding like an idiot. Thank you, Akeem.
Thank you, Madam Area Director. We really appreciate the insights. That was very inspiring. Thank you so much for sharing those. With that said, I'd really like to close this meeting, but before I do, I must thank very specially our sponsor, the PMI Houston, for everything that they do for us from time to time when we call upon them, and for allowing us to be in existence. It's very important. Associating ourselves with PMI Houston is actually a huge plus, and we're very grateful for that. We're not taking that for granted at all. Now, before I do the last part of tonight's activities from a functionary standpoint, I'd really like to know from our guests what they feel about our meeting tonight. And then at the back end of that, I'm going to ask our area director for any thought or insight that she might have, any question that she has for us, any new news that she has for us. Dinesh, what was your impression of this meeting? Or what is it?
Yeah, thanks, Akin. Yeah, so like I said in my introduction, this group, I think it's very well conducted, time-wise, and then the agenda-wise. And then it gives, and then the size of the group is, that's what I like. The other club that I go to is like too many people, and then you get like very few chances. But then here, like in my second meeting, I get to do the table topic. So that's what I like about this group. Like it's the right size, and then I think in future I might get like more opportunities to do either speeches or more table topics, and then that'll help me. And then overall, as a group, we all can grow. So that's my observation.
Thank you very much. Next is Zaid. Zaid, can you please provide us your impression of the overall meeting tonight? Put yourself off mute. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I love it. Like meeting different people from different backgrounds and culture, and everyone coming here to just work on their communication skills. And yeah, I'm sorry for being late. I thought it was on 7:30. So, and yeah, I mean, I like the table. I like that there's no topic that I need to prepare beforehand, and everything is just gonna be, you know, in the meeting, and just have to come up with a short story or anything. So I like that. You just have to be on your feet at all times. So that's really good. And yeah, more to come. So yeah, that would be all for me.
Thank you very much, Zaid. Then on the final note, I'm going to ask our area director for her overall impression of the meeting, as well as any other thoughts that she has, maybe needs from the district, anything that she has for us. Madam Area Director, over to you.
Sure, thank you, Akin. Again, you have a fantastic club. I'm very proud of this club. You have accomplished speakers, and it's evident. In fact, when Avi had asked me, when I joined this meeting, Avi asked me if I would be an evaluator. And then he went on to say I would evaluate Akin, and I groaned within myself, because it's very difficult to evaluate Akin, who's already an accomplished speaker. That's the caliber of the club. And so I'm very proud to be your area director, because you make my job easy. What I would like to do is turn the tables around and see if you need anything. I do know that you have 3 members that have already, 3 club officers that have already gotten your club officer training. So you have 1 more, and your last day for training is Saturday, the 28th. So I want to make sure that you are prepared to send your last officer for training. Besides that, I'm here for you if you need any help. I know you're not going to have a club competition, a club contest for speech or evaluations, and you're offering up people. And I'm proud that you're offering up people. I'm looking forward to March 4th when I see Jorge and other speakers from your club who will represent your club. I'm pretty sure that you're going to do a fantastic job representing your club. But I'm going to turn the tables on you, Akin, and ask you if you need anything from me.
Thank you very much, Madam Area Director. I mean, what we need from you is just any encouragement that you can give us from time to time. If there's any new information that you think we need to be aware of, that we might not be aware of, share with us. We will really appreciate it, because I don't take my knowledge of you for granted, particularly from the standpoint of your knowledge, your insights on things, how thoughtful you can be, which you have demonstrated times without number. That's very important. whatever is advice you have for us, and if you see anyone who is interested in joining a PMI sponsored club, please direct such person away. We're still 100% virtual right now, as you can see, and we will probably be like this for a little while until we decide as a club where we go, whether the next step is going to be hybrid or it's going to be 50-50. Hybrid today, sorry, in person today, virtual next meeting. We would decide that, but we haven't gotten there yet. I think we're all kind of comfortable where we are right now, but we would definitely appreciate any advice that you have for us from time to time. So thank you so much again for those insights. Now, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I have a question to area director. I thought we have more than 4 leaders.
Yes, I was going to address that. The report that I shared with you last night, that report is dated. They have not updated it because Avi, myself, to be specific, Ohe, Jessica, Rafia, we've all attended the club officer training.
That's amazing.
Showing, so I just decided to not bother Shala anymore. But I appreciate you actually reviewing our performance to that point that you're able to tell us. No, that was very good. But thank you, Jessica, for bringing it up. So that report is not up to date yet. But I'm just going to give Shala another week. If it's still not updated, I am going to go after her. She knows. So that's really it. Thank you so very much. One last task before we wrap it up in a few seconds is this. Okay, sorry, go ahead, Mr. VP.
I do have a request from Sujata as an area director. And I understand that every single Toastmaster club is different and kind of focus on different areas and everything. But as Akeem said before, if you know of anybody that needs those project management hours, our club, since it's associated with PMI, not only most of us, or I would say almost all of us, are very involved in project management, program management, but by participating in our club, spending 2 hours every other weekend with us, you get those hours that you need toward your PMI certification and to maintain your certification. So this is a very easy to comply with those. I believe it's 85 hours, or don't remember, Akeem, how many hours. It's a large number of hours.
Yeah, it's about 60.
Or 60 hours, correct.
Yes.
It's a lot of effort, but just by participating in our club, you pretty much comply with most of those requirements, which is very good because also you learn a lot of things, because a lot of our presentations are also very technical. So if you know people that may need those PMI hours in other clubs, I mean, they can come and join us even just for the session, and they will be able to claim those hours. Yeah. So if you can broadcast to other clubs out there, that would be awesome.
Certainly.
Thank you very much. I know it's 8:01 now. The shout out moment winner is one award that we give at the back end of every meeting. I have reviewed the criteria and there is a tie tonight, unfortunately. I don't know whether it's unfortunate or fortunately. There is a tie. So please join me as I announce joint shout out moment winners tonight, and they are Dinesh and Tosin. Can we please put our hands together for them? Thank you so much, guys, for everything that you did tonight to make this meeting a success. And that's what this is all about. Just do one thing to make this meeting a success. Your name will be entered into the draw to win as the shout out moment winner for tonight. So thank you both so much, gentlemen. I look forward to welcoming you all to the meeting in 2 weeks. Mr. VP, any closing thoughts?
Yes, before we let everybody go, at the directors meeting last night, we were talking that we are going to have a social/open house. We need to do a little bit of a survey, the participating people here. What will be the best time to do it, whether on a Wednesday or a Thursday or a Friday, or I guess Saturday and Sunday are kind of ruled out because it's family time. But Mr. President, if you allow us to do a survey.
Yes, what we're doing is we would like to have a happy hour/open house. Excuse me, where we can invite friends, Toastmasters to participate with us. So what day of the week should that be? That's the question.
You want to set up a quick survey, or if we just by vote of hand, we vote?
Maybe we can just vote. Is there anyone who is in favor of Mondays? Just by show of hand. Monday.
Is it gonna be in person?
Yes.
What time? In the evening?
In the evening. It's gonna be in the evening.
So we'll find a bar, restaurant type of place that we can sit together.
Yeah.
And we can have like I mean, friendly discussion and getting to know each other a little bit better.
Yes.
Kind of a fun time, basically.
And you can bring your spouse. Yes, go ahead, Tosin.
Spouse, friends, girlfriends, whatever you want to bring.
I mean, I'm suggesting maybe we can do Friday evening. That's what I'm suggesting.
Okay. Is everybody in favor of Friday evening? Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
we have more hands already. Thank you all so much. So Friday evening it is. So Mr. VPE and VPPR and the VPM, the three of you, if you don't mind, let's agree to one Friday that believe will be right for us in March. I believe we're thinking March.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Yeah,
February.
We say February
okay.
because in March our vice president,
Treasurer.
yeah, she's going to be taking care of her daughter. So
Okay, no problem. So sometimes in February, maybe the last 2 or 3 Fridays in February. Then let's choose a date and then let's come to the next meeting with that date, and then we'll take it from there. Sorry, Zaid.
Oh yeah, I think you just cleared it. I was asking, how would we know about this?
No, we're gonna send that. Do I have your contact
Yeah.
information, Zaid?
I don't think so. You don't have it. Where do I
Okay,
sign up?
can you send that to maybe Avi, if you have the Google guests, whatever, to share with Zaid. If he completes that, then you'll be able to find his contact information, because we want to make sure that everyone is involved in this.
And Orof, if you want to message Abby on the
Zed, I
send a
posted
message to
something
Abby
in
on
the
the chat.
chat for you. I posted something personally, privately in the
Okay.
chat for you, Zed.
Got
If
it.
you can
Got it.
just
Got it.
check
Thank
that
you.
out.
Okay, so please go ahead and do that. And yeah, please reach out to us. And if you have people that you think you would like to invite, but you don't know how to, please let our VP of membership, let him know, or our VP PR, let them know, or myself, or the VPE, let them know. We will go for them, just to invite them to participate with us once we pick a date. So hopefully we can pick a date within the next week or so. And then we will be able to broadcast this to everybody. That way and if we can, we wait till the next meeting in 2 weeks, that's fine too. Then we will announce it to everyone. So you, the three of you just decide on a date, and I don't need to be involved in that process. And then we'll just
name
announce
and place. Name and place.
Yeah, date and place. Date, place, time.
So if we pick the day, if we say February Friday, so that will be February 17 and 24. So Akim and everybody, just think which day you are not available. You need to let us know. So we want to pick a day that most of the people can attend.
Okay, I definitely will. I think I'm available on the 24th right now. I think my 17th is okay. So you're okay. How many people are okay with the 24th? Friday, the 24th.
I'm okay with
Excellent.
both.
Yeah. So I guess we have the date.
So I think we have the date. So Friday, the 24th. What time would be best for us?
Right.
Is it 6 o'clock?
Yeah. I think 6:30.
Yeah,
6
or
p.m.
maybe 6:30 to give people time to leave.
Yeah,
the office and-
Yeah,
then-
6:30.
Yeah, 6:30. Okay. So 6:30. So what you would just do is choose a venue, and then we'll go there and have a fun time. So Friday, the 24th of February, I'm putting it on my calendar right now. And from 6:30 till dawn, right?
Till they kick us out of that place.
Finish the question.
No,
Finish the question.
except Rafia is not there. Rafia is not going to let us stay that long because of how much money she's going to have to pay.
But honestly, Akin, last time, I believe the club paid for 1 or 2 drinks and some food. And after that, we actually end up buying more drinks out of our own pockets.
Yeah.
So don't worry, we'll copy that. You don't have to spend all that money.
All right, so thank you also very much.
One sec,
Dinesh
hold
has
on.
a question.
Hold on.
6:30
Yeah.
PM.
So,
Yes.
what? Quick question. So, who do I contact to claim the PMI credits?
Okay, so for the PMI credit, Avi, you want to send that information to Danesh, or basically if you go to the PMI website, like the way you normally do, when you go for the credit, you actually enter just that you attended the Southwest Project Management Toastmaster Club, and it will allow you to enter the number of our club in Toastmaster that is in our website, and PMI will immediately accept that because we are a sponsor club by them. They will
Okay,
recognize
awesome.
that number and they will credit you the hours.
Okay.
We have a
Sounds good. Thank
document
you.
also. We'll send out the document to you, Dinesh. And to
Okay.
everybody, I think it would be a refresher for everyone.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
procedure, like, how you can do.
That's true.
It's,
All right.
it's fairly
Thanks,
easy.
Avi.
And the same if you prepare a speech for Toastmasters, the time that you spend preparing the speech, you can claim those hours too.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
And if you have any further question, Avi is an officer of the PMI Houston. So he
Okay.
can help you out as well.
Sounds
If you
good.
have any
Thank you.
question, do you have Avi's contact information?
Yes, he sent me an email. So,
Excellent. So just go after Avi if you have any further question.
okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thank you also very much. What a great evening. So you enjoy your evening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you. Bye.
Bye.